I have a hair mask on, and it reminded me, I wasn't even going to do a video today, but I decided I would because I want to put stuff out every day, even if it's boring, whatever. That, like, consistency is what the people want. It's what my fans need from me right now. So, so the hair mask made me decide I'm going to talk about time management since having a child. And this can go for people who don't have children too, but I never really had any time management until recently because my time without my child is very limited. So I have to use my time wisely. Today she's with my sister. My sister watches her on Tuesdays because I have class. And I have to do some homework. But I also like to use, so I basically have 2 days out of the week where it's not even the full day, where I don't have my kid. One day she's with my sister and the other day she's at daycare. Those are the days I have my 4 classes in college. Now, mind you, there's no other time I don't have my kid. And I'm not the type of person who's going to do my homework at nighttime. Once my child goes to bed, that is my time. And I'm very selfish with it, and I'm not using it to do homework. So luckily, I would have to do that if coronavirus didn't happen and people were still going to school in person. But since coronavirus and things being online, I've actually found it a lot easier because only 2 of my classes, they want to be like in time, real person on Zoom. The other 2, they just give you work and you do it on your own time. So I have these 2 days where I'm in classes for a couple hours and then I still have a couple hours left to do some work. So I want to get back to something I was saying in another video about doing things that make me happy. Once again, I have no outline for this video. I'm just doing something like off the top of my head, and also my last video was pretty interesting there, huh? So people are going to be expecting something good here. And I don't really have nothing to bring to the table today, but so I'm going to talk about the things that I do to make me happy. In one of my other videos, I said the things that make me happy now are very small and simple things. I'm like a psychopath. What makes me happy is like lists. So every day I make a list of the things I need to do. And sometimes those things will be on the list all week. But every day I look at them and I try to get at least 2 of the things done. And what's on that list, my homework's not even on that list. That's just like a given. I have to get my homework done. But let's say for my list, I can't look at it because it's in my notes on my phone, but it could be the simplest thing. I could even add on, like, take a shower. And there you go. I get to cross that one off because I took a shower. But normally I wouldn't add something that simple, but just, it could be, I have to go to the post office. I have to go grocery shopping. I have to go to the bank. And go to the bank has been on my list for like 2 weeks, and I still haven't done it. But it feels really good to get those things done, and that's it feels really good to take something off your list. And it feels like an accomplishment, even if it's just like a regular task that you had to do, which it usually is. I look like a freaking fool right now. But under here I have my hair masking away. So So those are like the things you need to do, that you need to get done. That makes me happy, believe it or not. Not when I'm doing it, but when I get it done. The second thing is, which doesn't go on a list, the only things that go on the list are the things that I need to do. The second thing I always make time for is my self-care, which this is an example of my self-care, doing a hair mask. Believe it or not, it's like damn near impossible to even take a shower every day when you have a kid. So, it's not impossible, but don't say I'm like gross or anything, but it's not the easiest. Like, I will take my daughter in the shower with me and it'll be a freaking challenge. I'll bring her in the bathroom and she'll just be in the bathroom and I'll be in the shower and that'll be a challenge. I'll, sometimes do it once she goes to bed or whatever. Her nap time is another one of those times where it's like, shit, do I do what I have to do or do I do what I want to do? I'm picking my nose, sorry. So what's really important is having the things you need to do, the things that you want to do, like self-care. Things I used to want to do is like hang out with my friends and do this, like go to a party and do this and whatever. That's not an option for me anymore, and not because of the whole addict thing, because I'm a mom. So although, yes, every once in a while I try to hang out with a friend, it rarely ever happens, which is unfortunate. But when my child gets older, it will happen more. So the things I rely on my happiness for are self-care things. I've gotten really into skincare. And that's another goal of mine, is I want to do something about that, like something professional about skincare, because I'm very into it. Another thing would be cleaning your house. That's a chore to some, and it is, but it's also a self-care thing to me. It feels amazing when your house is clean. Cleaning your car, to me, that's self-care also. You feel great when your car is clean. Beauty, anything having to do with beauty, a hair mask, a face mask, getting your nails done. I've decided I'm not getting my nails done for a little while because it's just, I go through phases where I'm like on it. I get my nails done all the time. They're never not done. And then I go through a phase where I never get my nails done. And I'm in that now and I'm fine with that. But these 3 have to come off like ASAP because I look ridiculous. Sometimes, retail therapy, like I can't really afford to be going shopping for like the things I really want, but I'll do it anyway sometimes. And retail therapy could be at Walmart, like little things that you don't even need, but it feels good to me. Exercise, which to me is kind of more like a chore, but it doesn't even have to be like, oh, I'm exercising, I'm taking this really seriously and I'm doing it every day and I'm getting a really good workout in. It could be like going for a walk every day, like just committing to something. What makes me happy now is like committing to things and then following through with them, because I never knew what success felt like. And success doesn't have to be like this big, huge thing. Like, success starts with small things and eventually it gets to be big things. And I never knew what it was like to get like good grades, and I'm getting good grades, and that's feels so good to me. Like, that brings me a lot of happiness. So things that may seem like chores, they're actually like self-care, because the more you succeed at small things, the more you build your confidence, the more you build your self-esteem, which are kind of the same thing. You just feel good. So, and my mom actually is the one that taught me that. Like, when I used to be a mess and everything, she'd be like, well, if you just succeed at something, you're going to feel good and you're going to want to do more and more. And I was always like, didn't want to hear it. But now it's like really true. And this might be like old news to everybody else, but I'm just catching on to this. I didn't realize. I'm not going to make this a very long video. I have to do homework. Organization makes me really happy. This huge pile of laundry and the other one over there makes me, where is it? I don't know. Makes me unhappy. But when I fold it all, it's going to feel really good. So I guess my point is I was just kind of elaborating on, once again, the video that said a little bit of my story, because I did not elaborate on a lot of things. And I wanted to mention that on my last video, the one about the stigma and discrimination. That ended abruptly because I got a phone call, but I was done anyway. I would have just kept going, and but my point was done, and I got it across. So this is just a quick and simple video because I want to post every day, and I wanted to elaborate on what I meant when I said I look for my happiness in much simpler things than I used to. It used to be like the only way I could be happy and not feel bad feelings is to get high. Now, these little random things that actually a lot of people take for granted make me happy. And I guess that's all what life is about. And like I said, maybe this is like old news. Maybe everybody already knows this shit, but sometimes you have to remind yourself because you can take for granted. Like, okay, so my daughter's father is, he doesn't have freedom right now, if you catch my drift. And I said something to him like, oh, these fucking mosquitoes, like, I'm so sick of them. He's like, I'd die to get bit by a mosquito right now. And we were laughing because it's like, it's funny. It's like, that was my problem I was complaining about. And that's like, I die to be outside and be getting attacked by mosquitoes right now. So perspective is important. And remembering that there's a lot of things to be grateful for that we just take for granted every day. We think they're just normal, that we should have these things. Doing laundry and having to clean your house and having to go to the bank and having to go to the grocery store, those are all rights that we have. They're not normal things. They're things that we just think that's what we have and that's what we're supposed to have. No, some people don't have that. And that's when, and if that were to ever happen to you where you didn't have those things, you would be like wishing for those things that you actually can't stand right now. So that is my TED Talk for today. Think on it. Let me know what you think and have a great day. Bye. Toodles.